Hey everybody, welcome back to another Motivation Monday podcast for Monday, December 2nd, 2019. Already in December, coming up to the end of the year here. And that brings us to something new that we're going to try on the podcast this year. I've never done this before, but I'm hoping to get your help and put this out over the next couple of weeks to help you out with maybe your Christmas shopping for somebody in your life that is a musician just like you, or maybe you just need some new tools yourself to help you down your musical journey, some kind of new toys to play with. And that's what this is going to be all about. So this is going to be the first episode of our 2019 holiday gift guide here on the 10-Minute Jazz Lesson podcast. Now, I have put a post out in the 10-Minute Jazz Lesson community Facebook group asking you, what are your favorite tools that you've bought this year? It could be an app, it could be a book, it could be any number of things you've bought that have helped you along your musical path this year and that you would like other people to know about and that maybe you think they could get some benefit out of as well. So that post is up right now. Go over to 10-Minute Jazz Lesson Community Facebook group and leave me a comment. Let me know. I want to feature some of your suggestions in the coming weeks leading up to the holidays here. So I'm going to kick things off with something that I have found just incredible this year, and that is all of the Hal Leonard real books that are coming out. As you guys know, Hal Leonard bought the rights to like the old school illegal real book, the ones that you used to walk into the music store and, you know, they would have a bunch of copies of them down behind the counter and you'd have to kind of wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I want to get one of those real books. And those things were all illegal. That's why they couldn't actually put them out there. But then Hal Leonard came along, bought the rights to all the songs that were traditionally in those real books, cleaned up a bunch of the mistakes, in a lot of cases made them more legible than the handwritten copies that used to be passed around. And they've been doing just such a fantastic job with these books. One of the schools that I work at has been buying all the new ones that come out. And I was really, really surprised to learn they're up to volume 5. So we all know the volume 1 real book. I'm sure that we all have our hands on probably volume 1 and volume 2. But did you know that they have all these crazy niche real books coming out? Like they have a Christmas real book, for example, with a bunch of amazing Christmas songs in it. And they have, I think 5, maybe they're on to volume 6. I'm not sure. You guys will have to let me know. But I know they have at least 5 volumes of the real book. And I was looking through volume 5, and it has all of these amazing, like really lesser known songs in it. And it gets into a little bit more of the deeper pop music that came out in like, you know, the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and has all that stuff charted out so that us as jazz musicians can start to play some of this stuff that's maybe a little bit more outside the box of just like traditional jazz standards. And I think that's really important these days because a lot of those tunes, while they are timeless, and I think most of us will play them forever, I think it's time to get some new repertoire sort of infused into the jazz language and to start hearing people playing some new tunes, maybe create some new jazz standards. And I think that with Hal Leonard making these books so easy to get our hands on, they're doing a lot to sort of breed that new set of jazz standards with some stuff that's not just from, you know, the 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s, that kind of stuff. So I really, really enjoy that. Plus, when I'm bored, like let's say I'm kind of fed up with my practice routine, and honestly, I just need to take a day off from my normal practice routine because I'm getting frustrated or just sick of what I'm working on. There is nothing better than having just a pile of real books that will still allow me to play my instrument, get something done, learn something new, but break out of my practice routine. I'll just sit there with real books and just either at the piano or with my saxophone, and I'll just play tunes. that I've never played before. And that's like one of the most fun things for me to do. And I think that's probably the same for a lot of you out there. So the first item on the 10-minute jazz lesson holiday gift guide 2019 is going to be to check out all of those real books from the Hal Leonard Company. If you just go on Amazon, you type in Hal Leonard real books, it'll bring up probably 50 different versions of that real book. They're making them in all keys, all clefs. It's a pretty amazing thing. So shout out to Hal Leonard, and shout out to all of those real books that are coming out. Means we never will have a lack of material as musicians ever again. All right, really looking forward to some of your suggestions. I've got a few more suggestions myself that I'll be laying on you, but I would love to hear about some things that I've never heard of before. That's what really I think the power of this community is that we can all show each other some different things to check out and turn each other on to, a whole world of musical resources that are out there. Okay? Hopefully everybody had a great Thanksgiving, and hopefully everybody's getting into the holiday season doing just fine. Let me know if you have any questions on how to get to that list in the 10-Minute Jazz Lesson Community Facebook group. And we'll talk to you all on Friday with a regular episode. Have a great week, everybody. Talk to you soon. Bye.